Leader of the Opposition, Ministers of Cabinet, Governors, Members of Parliament. I rise today on behalf of my people of Yangoru-Saussia district in East Sepik to pay my respect to the Grand Chief, our father, our champion, Prime Minister of Prime Ministers, Leader of Leaders, Chief of Chiefs, for the great work he has done to mold and shape this nation into what it is today. I start by thanking God in heaven for choosing him before he was even born and raising him and molding him to be the leader of this great nation. On behalf of our people, I want to thank all our citizens, our leaders from across the country, our government, Prime Minister, you and your cabinet, for the gesture in giving our Grand Chief one of the most fitting tributes that will go down in the history of our great nation. Thank you very, very much for these 2 weeks of mourning and all that you are doing to give him a grand farewell. Thank you. Thank you very much, not only of my district, but I'm sure for all our people in East Sepik and the Sepik region. With every leader comes a team, Mr. Speaker. This morning I want to say thank you to the Bully Beef Club, the core leaders who worked with him and supported him and believed in him. On behalf of his people, thank you very much for believing in his leadership and his dream to bring independence in a very short time since he got elected into Parliament. To their families who are still alive today, to those who are still alive today, like Sir Peter, and to those who have gone, thank you very much for believing in the Grand Chief, giving him the opportunity to lead our nation and to make him our finest leader ever. Without the team, he wouldn't have been who he was and who he is to us. So thank you very, very much to the team who stood by him. I want to say thank you to our founding public servants, both local and expatriates who stood with him to force our nation to come into being as the independent state of Papua New Guinea on the 16th day of September 1975. I remember those years very well because I was just doing my grade 7 at Brandy High School in Wewak. And we practiced and we learned about the meaning of independence and we all got excited. And we marched down to Prince Charles Oval to welcome Prince Charles to the Oval as our chief guest when our Grand Chief ushered in independence for our great nation. Mr. Speaker, I remember I didn't serve with him as a minister in his government, but he appointed me to be Chief Executive Officer of the National Development Bank. And I remember two moments that I'll never forget. One, I was tasked to go and lead an insolvent institution, the bank which was about to go bankrupt. I discovered in my first week that it was owed 11 million and was about to be declared bankrupt. And I brought a submission to Cabinet in Alatau and informed the Grand Chief then he only had two choices: wind up the bank, sell the assets and liquidate the liabilities, or he has to recapitalize the bank. And I will never forget that NEC meeting. He said, MD, you will never close the bank. He didn't allow any member of Cabinet to speak that particular NEC. The bank will not close. We will find the money. The bank will be open. Thank you very much. You can leave. This was the heart of the man. He was not prepared to close down the People's Bank. He found the 5 million, recapitalized the bank, and NDB is what it is today because of his decision not to close the People's Bank. He has a heart for the people of this nation. So salute you today for one of the best decisions you made to keep the People's Bank alive. It is now an icon, an institution serving the people of our country. Thank you very much, Grand Chief. The Agriculture Bank was your baby, and NDB is still your baby today. Another incident I remember very well. He called me up to his office as Prime Minister, and he said to me, "Oh, my party president wants a loan. Can you help him? He wants 2 million. I looked at him in the eye and told him this: Chief, I cannot help you. This man is not a good borrower. He still owes the bank 1.5 million. He may be your party president, but I ain't going to lend him any more money." It was a very short discussion. He said, "Thank you very much, son," and I left. He never spoke to me about that again. He respected institutions of government. That's what I learned about the great old man. Young leaders and ministers, prime ministers, we must learn from that. He respected people he put in authority and the institutions that he set up. As Grand Chief License State, I'm so happy. I thank my people of Yangoru-Saussia and East Sepik for voting him election after election. It's made us very, very proud to be called Sepiks. Papua New Guinea will be synonymous with Somare. Somare is Papua New Guinea. And no one will take that from us, the Sepiks, or from you. Thank you very much, Grand Chief. We will forever be grateful for what a great leader and father and son you are, and he will always be. As I close, Prime Minister, I bring to you one request. When I was planning minister in 2018, I put in the budget the first 25 million and released 25 million to build a world-class cancer center in Port Moresby. It's under construction right now, as you know, Prime Minister. A couple of weeks back, I went to visit the CEO of the hospital to get an update on the cancer hospital. And this is what he told me: we only need 50 million more to complete the finest cancer unit and center in the whole region. Prime Minister, it is my humble plea to you to please find that 50 million to complete that world-class cancer hospital here, which will be as good as any other cancer center in the world. And please name it the Sir Michael Somare Cancer Center. That is my humble plea to you, Prime Minister, today, and to our government. And that cancer, we need to help all our women and children and those suffering for cancer. It's a serious need in our country. And it will be a fitting tribute for us to go ahead and finish and complete this cancer center and to name him after our great father and our leader. With that, Grand Chief, you have run the race, you have fought the good fight. I have no doubt the Lord will reward you when he comes back, and I look forward with the rest of us to see you in paradise, in heaven made new. Rest in peace, and God bless.